side, it will be Taiwan's AHQ Esports Club.
Alright, so getting things underway right away, you can actually see Sneaky Trindamere up here in the top. He is making his way around. He is surrounded by members of TBM. I don't know what's going to happen there. We saw Nidalee in the mid lane actually landing a spear already onto Rio Silva, playing Vladimir. And they're chasing out Zyra in the bot lane, doing a pretty good chunk of damage. I don't think we're going to see any engages coming out of this as the pings continue to go down. Trindamere still is in this top lane. Renekton sealing the river exit. I don't know if he's looking for a steal in a 1v1 situation. Pings are actually going down in the bottom side as well. Just being called out. AHQ knows that TBM is there.
And we can already see Elvis really putting out a lot of pressure onto Rio Silva here. So Rio Silva will be able to take back a bit of that HP with his skills. However, you know, being a Nidalee and something that Westdoor being so famous for how he loves to put pressure on the other team, is going to be a challenge to see how Rio Silva will play against that today.
And so AHQ actually did a good job. They caught out Sejuani at her red buff with a ward down there when they were dancing around. So Trindamere and Fiddlesticks are actually going to start and take away this blue buff from Sejuani, which, as Sejuani, you need that blue buff to get through your jungle at any semblance of an efficient level through your first clear. And it is not going to be there when she gets there.
And this is going to be really bad for TBM, just because of the matter of fact that there was no answer to that. So TBM knew that. I don't know if they knew that was happening to them, but they didn't answer that. So that is going to not be an exchange of blue buffs, but that is going to be a blue buff that's given away to the other team.
So you can actually see AHQ is doing a really good job of getting wards out. That early vision allowed them to take that blue buff, and they've actually got 2 wards right in and around that blue buff area. As Jarvan's going to pick up his own blue buff here, and it looks like we can set the lanes now. Trindamere is going to be in the top lane versus Renekton, and in the bot lane it'll be In the bot lane it'll be Shyvana in a 1v2 situation. So we'll have to see how that plays out.
As we are just going to settle where the teams are going to go, we can see everyone just really going into their lanes. There's not much lane swaps that's coming out from here. It is going to be Trindamere at the top playing against a Renekton, and the bot lane it is going to be Shyvana there. It's going to be very interesting because I've not really seen a lot of Shyvana plays at the bot lane, but I really want to focus today on this first match, especially on the mid lane, and really see how the exchange is going to go, because already in the 3rd minute we see a little bit of a CS difference coming out from Rio Silva as well as Nidalee Westdoor in the mid lane. There's a 2 CS lead. It's not big, but it might grow if Rio Silva continues to miss his thing.
There's actually a lot of damage going down in the top lane. The Ignite comes out onto Renekton. He's got to blow his flash. Westdoor is going to continue on it. Will it be enough? And there is First Blood going to make it out. Heal through that tower hit. And that was just a level 3 engage that went wrong for TBM.
Right, so we see Westdoor actually, my mistake, Westdoor is actually going to play Trindamere today, so he will be at the top lane. This is very interesting. I have not seen this before. I am pleasantly surprised, but that first kill was just to show how big of a difference there is in skills. There is a huge difference in skills, because as a top laner, so early in the game, you're not supposed to lose your lane 1v1 so early, blowing both of your summoners and losing First Blood as well. So I am interested to see how he's going to come back from that lane. Is Sejuani going to babysit that lane and not allow herself to really roam the jungle? I want to see how that plays out.
Yeah, and so we actually see on the other side of that, Jarvan spent a lot of time in that bot lane just to make sure Shyvana was able to get her farm. He's actually waiting in the bush here with Fiddlesticks, who's roamed down from the mid lane. If Zyra and Kate push out too far here, this is not going to end well. The Jarvan EQ is going to pick up the kill on Zyra. No damage going to go out onto Kate, but there's no damage, no danger at all for AHQ. That's another easy kill for Taiwan.
Wow, so they're not going to do that split pushing thing, but what they are focusing on is they're going to revert back to sort of their season 2 antics, and they're going to go for early lane gang. So you said it was a very, very successful lane gang. They really need to really coming. So here we go. Sejuani's coming from the back.
Sejuani looking for the gank. They're going to try and pick up this Tryndamere before he hits level 6. It looks like a lot of damage. Should be enough. He's trying to get away. I don't think it's going to happen. Will they get that last hit on? He's still alive and running down the river. The spin, the flash actually has to come out from Sejuani. And Tryndamere, Westor still going to get some Fiddlesticks help. And he's going to walk away. What looked like an almost sure kill in that top lane turns into a chase. And Westor showing that movement speed out of Tryndamere. No boots on him. Still enough.
Oh, that is really not good for TBM right there. What happened there was they thought that they could get the kill and didn't want to blow anything else. They did blow the flash, but they managed to secure the kill. That is a terrible mistake coming from TBM. I just feel like they are just confused and they don't know where to go right now, and they really need to calm themselves down, not get too scared by what is going on, collect themselves and really see how to progress with this game, because it is not going well from them. So we're at the 6-minute mark of the game. It is a 7,000 goal difference right now.
Fiddlesticks into the bot lane again. This time, however, Sejuani is there to turn things around. Will it be enough? Caitlyn does pick up Fiddles. Zyra's going very low. The Ignite ticking. She will go down. It's now a 2v2 in the bot lane. Sejuani does not have the health to stick around. A lot of HP still left. However, Rio Silva has made his way down. This is now a 3v2. That ultimate coming out. Shyvana actually trying to go back in. I don't know if that was the best. Doing actually a lot of damage. They pick her up. Sejuani's going to have to walk away with very little health. Trying to get a little bit back from that one.
It is in favor of TBM. So didn't see Sejuani coming in. So Green Tea on Fiddlesticks got too arrogant with that, and he got caught. He came from the bottom, he got caught because he didn't think that Sejuani was going to be back in the lane so quickly. They got the kill off him really fast, and how Shyvana died was that she stepped on a Caitlyn trap at the last second. So she got stunned there for a little bit, and they managed to finish her off. So a good comeback coming back from TBM. They need to focus on getting this little advantages here and there, but not forgetting the global objectives.
A lot of Tryndamere hitting him back all the way to about half HP. Boy, you're right. That in the bot lane, Shyvana going real deep with her ultimate, landing on that trap. Dragons can't resist cupcakes, just like you and me.
Cannot resist cupcake indeed.
So, and actually, we touched on this a little bit. Mr. Elvis, or just plain old Elvis today, HQ Elvis, the normal AD carry player is actually on Italy and building AP in that role. Blue buff going across to him in that lane as well, doing what he can to harass onto Silva. Silva's actually got 69 farm in that lane. Italy keeping up just as well, 67. Take a look across the board. Shyvana, Renekton keeping pretty even. However, Renekton is laning against the mid laner, Westor. Their farm also pretty even. In the bot lane, I don't even know who to call that. Shyvana actually 50 farm to Caitlyn's 55.
So it doesn't spell very well if Shyvana, a non-conventional AD, I would say, has more farm than a Caitlyn so early in the game.
There's a lot of pings going down. Sejuani's actually doing a real good job at when it goes her tower, and because of those ganks that came out already, it's really hard for Caitlyn and Zyra to go and harass her that far up the lane. So actually, in the mid lane, we can see a lot of fight coming out. The flash is going to make the Sejuani ultimate miss. There's still a lot of damage coming out. Will it be Green Tea going down again? They actually pick up Rio Silva Ignite and Jillian. I don't think they can catch Sejuani, but they do a real good job of what looked to be a 1-for-0 into a 1-for-1 in that mid lane.
I apologize. I just followed you without really looking at it, but Caitlyn does have more farm.
Right.
I apologize. Caitlyn does have 70 farm. to the 60 from Shabana. I'm sorry, I was looking at the different stats right there. But yes, we do have more farm on Shabana. And as well as there's also a first turret coming out from AHQ, and that's going to be the middle turret. That gives a lot of map control to AHQ. It opens up the game for them. It gives Javan a lot more space to play around with, as you can see him coming down here to the bot lane. They are definitely going to look into getting that second turret for them, the bot lane turret for them. You can already see Fiddlesticks coming down as well. So it's going to be a 3-man versus a 3-man actually, because Real Silver is at the bottom lane there as well. We shouldn't call him Real Silver. We should call him by his name. But oh, actually, out of nowhere!
That was a spear. Sejuani was sticking around in lane. Mato-san gets picked up. The long range, out of nowhere. Nidalee waiting in a bush. Dead Sejuani.
So that's something that you always have to put in mind, because you have to always be wary of your positioning when you're playing against a thing. And we see very, very low, but look at
top
it.
Lane. Actually, Renekton's ultimate has already been blown. His Ignite is down as well. Will he have enough to get out of this? The slice and dice, the damage is so great. And actually, Westor is going to pick that up as well. Westor 2-0-0 along with, Nidalee.
One player of AHQ to snowball so early in the game, 2-0-0. The only thing that is going for Renekton right now is that they have the exact same CS right now, but obviously here as we see a hit on the 12.
Able to fight him off. So Sejuani showed up, and then Caitlyn ultimate was on to Jarvan to keep that smite guy away. However, not a problem at all. I would not be surprised to see them come down. They pick up that top turret with Renekton gone. Tryndamere has no problem picking up a turret.
I don't know which screen I'm looking at. I'm looking at the back balanced. It's not going to be very easy for them to get an advantage in global goal, but they need to keep it balanced, and so Dragon is going to be a very, very important global objective for them right now.
So one thing to take a look at, actually, Tryndamere has already built his Blade of the Rune King. Renekton actually going very, very attack-focused as well. He's got 2 Dorans as well as a longsword. So there's no armor there whatsoever for Renekton against Tryndamere, and with that Blade of the Rune King, he's going to be really strong. Taking a look at the bot lane, 4 members here. You can see AHQ positioning for this dragon.
But don't forget, everyone from TBM is around the corner as well, and Tryndamere is not there. Tryndamere doesn't have any teleport around, so he won't be able to participate in this dragon fight. However,
the longer they dance around this dragon,
the more damage that Tryndamere is going to put on it. If you can just take a look at how Tryndamere is, he is already there. He is putting a lot of damage down on it. He won't be able to get a turret with this wave, but take a look at that. One wave of it, and he's already the turret half gone already with just one push. He might be able to take this with this wave right here, but obviously Renekton is there to stop anything that might come up from there. But look at it. Nidalee with 1 spear took down 1/4 of Caitlyn's health. Oh!
And you can actually see this is Stack Sister Nidalee coming out today. Got that Magi's all built, ready to go. Looking for more stacks on that book.
We're gonna have a lot of ooh-ah moments here, especially with that Nidalee spear coming out. And there we go. Another spear comes out to spear out the main monster in that Wraith's camp right there.
So TBM was actually very, very slow to respond to that top turret push. The top turret, you can see, only has 1,000 health remaining. There's also, if you take a look at the items, 2 Rune Kings, 1 on Shyvana, 1 on Tryndamere coming out for AHQ as they look to maybe engage here on this blue buff.
Nidalee Spears is doing a lot of damage. 1 spear took out half of the health of Zyra. Look at her. She's almost down on that, and now they're engaging in a fight. Take it away.
All right. Well, Westor coming in from the behind on that one. He's going to have to try and use his ultimate to stay alive. The heal will be enough. I can't even see what's going on. The action, there's so much happening. Nidalee actually picks up Sejuani while Sejuani picks up Fiddlesticks. This is a long, drawn-out fight, and it's not necessarily over yet, folks, as the spears continue to come out from Nidalee. gonna miss onto Zyra, and they walk away from that. It's gonna end up being a 2-for-1 in favor of AHQ as Shyvana stays in the bot lane and picks up a turret.
So a very long drawn fight. Let's take a look at the stats that came up from that fight. It is a 2-for-1, a 2-kill advantage for a 2-kill advantage for AHQ, as well as a turret pickup there at the bot lane. So if you look at the turret scores right now, it is 3-1 AHQ in the lead, as well as a 3.4k goal for them right now. They have started on Dragon, and it's going to be a solo Dragon from Tryndamere, but here we go. His best friend Jarvan is there to help him, as well as Fiddlesticks running around the corner.
TBM does not have vision of this at all. Jarvan with the Oracle doing a really good job clearing out wards, and the two of them are more than enough to take that dragon down in time. And Rio Silva is not in the best of places here.
You don't want to play against. This is going to be really bad for him. Blood pulls away from it, but let's take a look. And flashes out of it.
Very good flash. However, the fear is going to land. The silence comes out as well. Westdoor looking for another pickup. The slow's coming up from the Zyra plant.
Oh!
Will not be enough. Renekton, however, is here to maybe discourage any further extracurricular activities.
A good effort coming out from the team, but Rio Silva still goes down. Vladimir still goes down to Tryndamere. This Tryndamere is looking scarier and scarier by the moment. Take a look. He already has Blood of the Ruined King finished. He has his boots finished as well, and there's a lot of damage coming up from him right here.
And you can actually see Nidalee just picked up her needlessly large rod as well, so she's going to start doing even more damage with those spears.
Wow, so let's take a look at Nidalee. Her AP right now, she does have a needlessly large rod here, so she has 235 AP.
So as she starts picking up those stacks, that is going to start to get scary. We have seen her making use of that mobility, not dying. However, gets engaged upon here by Renekton, should be able to jump away in her leopard form, does just that. And Fiddlesticks and Jarvan waiting in the wings, maybe making the look something happen in this middle lane. It's only Caitlyn, Renekton, and Vladimir.
Look at this. West take that out. He is going really aggressive on that Sejuani, but he does not follow up on that attack. Ooh.
So this is exactly what you were talking about, that split push. All the while Westdoor taking that bottom turret. Shyvana in the top lane also manages to take down that second tier turret, and they are still pushing these waves. Shyvana doing a ton of damage to Vladimir as he has to walk away from that. He's already at 1/3 of his health. That second middle turret goes down as well with a 3-man push. TBM just has no way of stopping this push right now. The damage is so great that if they try and contest, they're going to lose members of their team.
Yeah, what they should do is just try and collect themselves together and see what their plan should be. But look at that Tryndamere. He's just on a rampage, just going around, just trying to put as much damage as he can on all the different turrets. So there is such a strong... Oh my word, look at that.
And that's going to be two ultimates coming out to try and pick up the Caitlyn. That will be Dame Mitai going down. It's going to be another pickup. Actually, they do pick up two. Shyvana and Jarvan going down in that fight. This could be a chance for TBM to try and make something happen. However, their lanes are so pushed, they don't know how far out they can go.
Right, so Shyvana got a little bit too deep with that. Lost two of them in that fight, but they do pick up Caitlyn with that one. But they need to figure out a way to stop that rampage going on Tryndamere. He took down 3 turrets by himself now, and they really need to learn how to stop him. He took out both turrets at the top by himself and that bottom inner turret as well.
He is not done here in the bot lane, making sure that lane stays pushed as the rest of his team gets built up. Shyvana coming back in now with actually, she has the Randuin's Omen, so she is going to be big and tanky, keeping away that attack damage from Renekton and Caitlyn. Other items coming out, not a whole lot being built. If we take a look at the Beast Mitai, Caitlyn has her Bloodthirster built. And honestly, if you take a look at the items, there's not a lot built at all.
We can't go there. Tryndamere is just going on and on. The flash coming out from Sejuani as well.
It'll be interesting to see if Tryndamere stays to fight this. He should have his ultimate is still up. And Renekton, you are not in a good place. The damage so much. It's actually a 3v1. And at this point, Westdoor doesn't care as he gets support coming in from Elvis. The ult coming out from Rio Silva that's already here on Vladimir.
Oh, the spear comes out and snipes Nidalee goes down to...
Meanwhile, as we are so excited
Vladimir
about the
goes down
bot
to
lane, why
that.
don't we take a look at Mr. Baron. Shyvana up here with her Blade of the Rune King. She's going to do a lot of quick damage.
While
to
all
this
of that is
Baron.
happening, TBM has no idea that this Baron is going down. So they have... AHQ has vision on it, but there's absolutely no vision coming out from TBM, and this Baron is going to go down to AHQ without any form of contest whatsoever from TBM. And there we go. That is a first Baron coming out from AHQ. The global goal has shot up to a 9,000 goal lead, 6-11 kills, advantage going very strongly to AHQ there. TBM needs to figure a way out to counter everything that's happening right now. So with the unconventional picks that AHQ has come out with, they don't have a conventional AD carry, so to speak, because we thought that Nidalee was going to go hybrid with the AD, but no, she went mid in the end, and it worked out for them because the split pushing meta that's coming out from AHQ right now is so strong. There is absolutely no answer that is coming out from TBM against that crazy Tryndamere here. So Tryndamere has his items, but he has not gone shopping for a while now. So I'm interested to see what he's going to come up with next. Obviously, we can't put away how much this Nidalee is doing. The spears are coming up from her so often, and it's so accurate with everything that she's putting out. Zyro, just now we saw one spear and it's half-life gone. They need to find a way to really shut down this Nidalee and this Tryndamere.
Yeah,
but
so you just talked about it. He was sitting on
answer.
3,800 gold, that Tryndamere. He just went up, picked up. He's got an Infinity Edge now. That is a very, very scary Tryndamere coming into this game. And there's half of Caitlyn's health gone again with the Nidalee spear. So you talked a little bit about that gold differential. There's 5 turrets difference, and that's a lot of gold. And you can just see that in the items. Finally, that Sunfire Cape coming out for Renekton. Sejuani's still building towards it, and there are not a lot of big items over here.
Yeah, so this happens a lot with the Japanese teams. They are not good with a split pushing team. Oh my word! One spear comes out of it, and it's 2/3 of Caitlyn's health just gone. Over with that. Wow, that spear hurts a lot. So what happens now is that because of these spears, they cannot engage. TBM has no way of engaging AHQ right now, as we see a lot of action coming out in the top lane right here. Oh, and the spear comes out from Nidalee.
With that Infinity Edge and the lifesteal from the Blade of the Rune King, Tryndamere, or Westor, is just going to be able to sustain himself so long in that lane. You can actually see Shyvana again in the bot lane. She's pushing in, see what she can do on that turret. The attack is coming from all 3 lanes at this point, and there is absolutely nothing TBM can do to stop it.
Wow. I mean, TBM just does not have an answer to the split pushing. So what happened a few weeks back as well is they didn't have an answer to the split pushing that a lot of these international teams are coming out with.
You can actually see Westor here ignore damage, acquire turrets as he goes in there hard, spins away, and is going to continue this push. 3 members in the mid lane. So you've actually got one single split pusher in both the top and the bottom lanes. And normally you don't see this because you're able to engage on the 3 in the mid lane. However, with the Nidalee poke and just how strong AHQ is right now, it's hard to fight even a 3v5 for TBM.
So obviously we can see, AHQ really understanding how to play against a Japanese team. So with that international experience that AHQ really came out with, skill base wise, it just smiles like, look at that! Sejuani does engage coming out, but
and they are going to immediately disengage. All the while that leaves Shyvana in the bot lane alone. She picks herself up another turret. It'll be interesting to see. I'd love to know how many turrets both Shyvana and Tryndamere have acquired in this game.
Shyvana is still going on. She's still hammering down on that inhibitor right there.
Zyra is only going to tickle down there as Westor going to pick up a turret, and the Ignite coming out. Will Dominus be enough? There's so much damage coming up from Westor.
Oh, Westor does take go
will
down.
be enough. It won't be as the net slows, as the ultimate expires in the bot lane, however. That's going to be Sejuani going down to a Nidalee, and it is not over. Jarvan going in hard. Shyvana as well in the middle of things with that. Randu's keeping everybody slowed. Will it be enough? Actually, a nice flash from Fiddle to not die to Caitlyn. He's going to walk away from that to live another day. This could be the end of game 1 here, ladies and gentlemen. Knocking on the door. Bottom inhibitor is down. Top inhibitor will go down soon. Not a lot of health left on that middle turret.
Yeah, so let's take record of what happened right there. So it's a 3 for 2 in the end. Caitlyn did manage to pick up a kill onto Trindamere, but they lost a lot from that fight. So take stock of what's happening with the base of TBM. The top inhibitor turret is down. Middle inhibitor turret is about to go down very soon. And at the bot lane, it's just both inhibitor and inhibitor is down. So a lot of super minions are going to be coming out really soon, and TBM needs to learn how to stop that push that's going to be coming out from AHQ on the top lane and the bottom lane as well.
Yeah, and so actually you can see in Italy, that is Elvis. He's got 7 stacks on his Soul Stealer. He's sitting currently at 572 AP.
Wow, that is a lot of AP coming out. So obviously we know how much Nidalee is doing with her damage, because 572 AP. Look at that. Trindamere takes down Dragon by himself. He doesn't even care anymore. He's just on his own, playing his own game, doing the split push that Trindamere is supposed to do. But wow, Nidalee is just amazing this game. Her spears are so accurate. There's no answer to get. Oh, another spear comes up from here, and even the tank Sejuani Half-Life got almost hits him by the hair on his body. He managed to dodge that one out.
You can see some armor being built by the BC Tide because they have to deal with a Jarvan, Trindamere, and a Shyvana, but that means they're completely open as 3/4 of Caitlyn's health goes down.
She walked into that. Wow, so there's no engage that can come out from. Well, Sejuani tried to.
Montosan actually missing with the Sejuani ultimate. The fear coming out onto Vladimir. Will it be enough? He might be able to walk away from this, but not with a lot of health.
He walks away perfectly from that last spear coming from Nidalee, but they tried to engage.
And it's so hard to keep track of everything that's
Westar comes in, spins around, and takes out Vladimir as well.
Westar was pushing in the bot lane and picked up Vladimir from behind. He didn't even see it coming. There's kills coming up left and right. Fiddlesticks picking up Sejuani. Shyvana's going to pick up Renekton. The ace in the hole will not even do enough damage to even make Fiddlesticks think about retreating. This could be it. Minions knocking on every door. Caitlyn and Zyra, the only members of TBM up. Caitlyn not for long. This looks like it will be game for AHQ.
It is an ace coming out from AHQ, and it looks like they're going to take the game. No, it's going to be a surrender. Is that a surrender? I'm not sure, but it looks like a surrender, and it's going to be game 1.